That was ugly. I'm going to say that was the ugliest game that I've watched in the last 3 years. And we've watched some bad games in that stadium. That was as ugly as I can remember. Worst half of football that I can remember. It had the same vibe as the 2017 opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it might have been worse. At least you had the spark of Deshaun Watson coming in the second half of that game and kind of like putting some sort of lipstick on the pig of that game. You didn't have that today. This was disgusting. The offensive line just physically dominated. Kenyon Green, maybe the roughest performance. I feel bad for the young man, honestly. I like Kenyon Green. I think he's going to be a good player. But, man, there's a lot to work on there. I think strength might be an issue. It's been a bad rookie season for Kenyon Green. Really bad, in which that's really troubling because you thought he would be the guy that you could count on the most when it came to just kind of a plug-and-play type of guy. Kenyon Green was bad. I mean, I don't know where you go from here. Now, in his defense, he is playing some good D lines, so there is that. But man, that was ugly. That was really, really, really ugly. Davis Mills. I mean, I guess if you want to lose, you can keep him in there. And I'm sure Lovie Smith will say, well, it's not all Davis Mills' fault. We got a whole football team and threw an interception and blah, blah, blah. Man, if you're trying to win, and I don't know if they are at this point, if you're trying to win, you've got to strongly consider putting Kyle Allen in. I mean, it couldn't be worse. You've got to change something because you just can't roll this out there. You can, and I'm okay with it if you're trying to lose, but if you're trying to convince me that you're trying to win, you got to change quarterbacks. You got to. Trying to think of some positives. I don't even know what's positive here. I know Lovie Smith says, let's talk about the positives. I'm kind of looking forward to Lovie Smith telling me what's positive about this. This is embarrassing. Look at this parking lot, too. This is the freaking blue lot. It's dead. Like, the atmosphere before the game is dead. The product on the field sucks. The atmosphere during the game stinks. I mean, they're doing all they can and they're trying their best. But football right now, I don't want to say it's dead, but football is absolutely in trouble. And the good news is it can get better with a good draft. An entire city can be revived if you draft the right quarterback, and they're going to have the draft equity to do it. But I think it needs to be seriously at least discussed as to whether or not this coaching staff is the coaching staff you want to oversee things when the talent gets better. But just an absolute ass-ugly game. 2017 Jacksonville-like. Kenyon Green, God bless you. Davis Mills, good job stat padding at the end. Jalen Petrie, tough dropped interception, but just real bad football all around. Good news, though. Browns lost, and the Texans still have the number one pick. That's all I got. There's really nothing positive about it. Post-game show coming up shortly. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to get home. Texans lose. Texans stink. Ugly. Ugly.